What's up, gang? Noor Kid Y here, letting go with Noor. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I want to tell you guys, stop resisting life. This is such a beautiful concept, and when I finally understood it, it just brought me so much peace and joy in my life. And it really comes from just being able to accept anything that happens to you inside and outside. And when you understand this concept and you actually start applying it in real life, you'll notice that the only resistance you have comes from internal. It only comes inside. You think there's outside resistance, it really isn't, because all the resistance comes internally from emotions. You know, your emotions pop up and it gives you resistance. It's fear, it's guilt, or it's whatever. But it pops up, and that's the resistance, and that's where you resist. And we resist by we tense up, or we try to distract ourselves because we don't want to feel these emotions. You know, so when you get the idea of like being able to stop resisting, and that really feels like just a kind of an easing. You know, when you're flexing a muscle and then you let it go and it's ease and it's you can feel your blood moving faster and stuff like that. That's where I'm talking about letting go of this resistance. And it's honestly the most powerful tool. And like I said, everything happens internally. So when you learn to allow these emotions to come up without resisting them, without tensing up or distracting yourself, and actually feel these emotions, feel them, that allows your body to process them. Process that energy, and then that energy can finally leave you. Because when it doesn't get processed, it gets stuck in your body. It gives you tension, it gives you reoccurring patterns. It puts you in negative energies for multiple days when they pop up. And you can have those times where you're like, I'm really in a funk right now, and I keep coming back to this funk. Like, why? It's because you never truly let go of those emotions. And because you constantly resist them, because when they come up, you don't want to feel them. So stop that resistance. When you stop it and when you can release all these emotions, you'll feel like so much tension leaving your body. You'll start standing up straighter. Your face will start like glowing. It'll have a more of a brightness to it. Your natural life energy will start to move in your system the way it was designed to. And that has a healing effect, that has a creative effect, it has a love effect, it has a way to attract effect, it's a magnetic effect as well. So like when you allow your life energy to do its thing on itself, you'll have that authenticity easily. You don't have to fake anything. What you want will come to you, and you'll know what you want because you're not acting out through emotions. Because other times you can be acting out through fear, and you'll be like, oh, I need to get a partner and settle down really quickly, or I'm not gonna get the things I was told, or I need to get this job out of security. Like, that's you acting out through an emotion. But when you act out through your being, it's a completely different thing. And you can only do that when you stop resisting. Stop resisting what comes up, accept it. It's easier to accept stuff in the external because you'll realize when you start doing this work, it's only internally that you have resistance. You have internal resistance to the emotions that might spark up because of something external, but it's internal where that resistance is. The other thing is like our society, it's all about intellect. It's all about thinking. And there's nothing wrong with the intellect. It's built such a beautiful society. But a big problem with it, if you don't have feel with that intellect, if you can't feel within yourself and have that dimension to you, you're never gonna find fulfillment. You're never gonna find happiness or joy. That's why we live in a society where there's so many people with so much success, but then they also have these like mental health issues. It's because none of them can really feel at all. They can't get that dimension of life in them, and they stay in the intellect. Your intellect is a tool. your feel, that's your intuition. That's when you come back to feeling yourself. And you come back by feeling yourself and letting go of these emotions first, because those emotions cloud everything up. But once you start letting go of them, you develop this deeper presence. And then you can feel through that presence. You can feel your heart. You can feel your whole body. And there's so much intelligence in that compared to intellect. That intelligence is what you want to guide your life. That's where you want to come back to. We've all had that thing like, oh, this looks like a good deal for me, but something inside's me telling me not to make that deal with this person because something's wrong. That's your feel. That's your intuition inside of you. There's a intelligence there, and when you learn to live through that intelligence, and then your intellect's just a tool. And the intellect's one of the most beautiful tools that you can use to create amazing things. And when you use it just as a tool, it becomes this amazing thing, because when we identify just with the intellect, it turns against us so many times, because we start telling ourselves like, oh, this is what success means, this is what love means, this is what I need to do in my life, or I'm gonna be a failure. We start telling ourselves these things, and then the intellect turns on ourselves because we get older and older, and then like all of a sudden our intellect's like, well, you said this is what success and happiness and all that means, and you don't have it. And then all these negative emotions start popping up, and then we resist them because we don't want to feel them, or we're so unconscious we can't feel them because we haven't even developed that dimension of life. So I'm saying in this video, develop that dimension of life. Feel into your body. Feel. Allow these emotions to rise and feel them, process them. Allow that energy to leave you. And you'll learn so much more about yourself. You'll learn so much more about your patterns, about your childhood, about how you live in this world. And then you can let go of them. And then allow your natural energy. And it's like a rediscovering of yourself too, because you know this natural energy. You used to be that natural energy as a kid. And it's this natural expression of yourself that's so authentic that it's going to attract the right people. It's going to attract the right opportunities, because people love authenticity. They can just feel it. Because when we're living through feel, like I said, people will feel it, and you make them feel a certain way. So come back to that. Come back to that. Come back to feel. Feel your body. And the intellect, it's nice. It's a tool though. So don't get trapped in the thinking, or some bad it's not some bad stuff happens, unfortunately. I don't know. I think that's about it. But if you guys have any questions, write a comment, let me know. And like and subscribe. I'm loving doing these videos. It's feeling good. Thanks, guys. Peace.